You're all very welcome here this afternoon to the Oriel region, a place that is rich in stories, in poetry and in music. A place that connects us with a global community. Our folklore tells us that the ancient hero Cuchulainn ventured overseas to further his education. And in a similar way, highlighting the importance of educational opportunities to this region, we continue to value the role of international partners in our pursuit of excellence in higher education and research. We are particularly pleased to be joined by three of our European colleagues this week for our Echoes of Erasmus project to celebrate 50 years of Ireland's membership of the European Union. And I'm delighted to welcome Frode, Brendan and Rauland in particular to our event today. We are joined by some of our current undergraduate and postgraduate students and other guests from our region for our performance today. Everything about this event feels to me like the opposite of what we have lived through during the COVID-19 pandemic. We have music, which was in very short supply at that time of our lives, and we have brought people from different European countries together here this afternoon. And because of that, it makes this afternoon feel particularly special. In 1972, that was when I was quite a young fellow, the EEC was established primarily to preserve peace, liberty, and to lay the foundations for an ever closer union among the people of Europe. Our event this afternoon is consistent with this objective. Young students brought together under the umbrella of Erasmus Plus think of themselves as Europeans, fundamentally unifying strong independent learners into an integrated cohort of bright, inquiring Europeans that embody the very essence of the European Union in this process. The Erasmus programme is of enormous benefit to education in Europe, and we are delighted to have built resilient partnerships with institutions and organisations across the continent. Each year we welcome Erasmus students here to DkIT and support our own students who seek educational experience with our partners abroad. The Erasmus programme, I believe, is a really valuable experience for participants. In welcoming colleagues from our European partners, we also seek to serve and embrace the community of our locality here in Dundalk, and to strengthen the connections with our nearest neighbours. I welcome especially the choir from St. Bridget's National School in Dunleer, and may they treasure your experience here today and hopefully return here as students on your journey to be educated citizens of Europe. It is a privilege for us all today as we gather beneath the flag of the European Union, sharing our culture, our heritage, and in a supportive and collegiate manner. We are delighted to participate in this Communicating European initiative in this significant year, and we are deeply appreciative of all the work of our current and possibly future students in preparing for this performance today. We are also grateful to the Department of Foreign Affairs for your support, and welcome the Minister for State here today, the Minister with responsibility for European Union affairs and defence. And I would now like to ask the Minister to say a few words.
Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be here this afternoon to witness this event. I'm really looking forward to it, and we've been trying as a country really to acknowledge over the last number of months the value of our membership of the European Union. It is one of arguably the greatest foreign policy events over the last century in terms of being member of the European Union. That decision back in 1972, when we became a member in 1973, has had a transformative effect, unimaginable for people who lived back through that generation. If you think right now we're living a decade longer than we did back in 1973, our economy has transformed into a knowledge-based, highly innovative, very agile economy. And you can see from our agri-industry how much it transformed our infrastructure and farming, and also right across our transport and our connectivity on the island of Ireland. So it's been an incredible transformation. One key thing is that we cannot take it for granted. If you look at the polling data every month that Eurostat do, about 88% to 90% of Irish citizens really value their place in Europe. They value their European citizenship. And we can't take that for granted. And that's why events like this afternoon, and that we've been having through our EU50 events, really acknowledge and teach and show young people who are really going through the educational system in Ireland the value of what opportunities are now at your fingertips. The value of your Erasmus, of education, of your qualification directive exemptions right across the European Union to get recognition, and the travel capabilities that were unimaginable a few decades ago. So all that is very, very fragile and worth holding on to. And that's why we really have to work at peace. Peace needs advocates. A club like Europe has been an incredible force in keeping unity right throughout the continent. And outside of that horrific event over 12 months ago in relation to the Ukraine invasion by Russia, it's incredible to see that the peace project, the membership of the European Union, has kept so well together. And I do recall the late great John Hume, when he was writing, standing in Strasbourg, looking into Germany from France, saying that if he went back a few decades ago, after 2 world wars, if you could see a project that could be so successful, that could preserve peace, and that could really catapult economies into unimaginable positions right across Europe, someone would say that is impossible, it couldn't happen. But it did. We have to cherish it, we have to work at it. And I look forward to supporting everyone to continue to do that. And I'm really looking forward to the performance, and hope everyone enjoys it this afternoon. Gurb Machlan.
The famous fiddler Millargutten, the miller's boy, he was sitting behind a stone watching the girl he loved walk by in a wedding march, ready to marry someone else. So this is his wedding march. He lived in the 19th century, born 1801 or something like that. So, Millargutten's Brudemarsj. I don't know whether I should stand by the mic. Maybe I should.